what's going on? So welcome back to my channel. I am so excited that I was finally able to film this video for you guys. It has been something that you have been requesting for quite a while from me. Specifically, you guys have been looking for a fun girls' night out makeup look. And when I think fun and girls' night out makeup, I think like smoky and glitter and as girly gets. Pink lips, pink cheeks, glittery eyes. So I kind of took all those things and combined them into one look, and this is what I came up with. It is very smoky and very glittery, and it's got a really pretty pink lip. And I did keep it kind of lighter and more neutral today. However, if you want to amp it up, that's you do you. Have fun with it. You can put whatever twist on this look that you want. It's a blast to wear. And like I said, I did keep the lip a little bit more toned down today just because this is normally kind of my thing. This is what I wear. In a lot of my other tutorials, well, most of my other tutorials, I've given you guys a really bold, intense lip, and it's beautiful, and I do wear a bold, intense lip here and there, but it's just not something that I wear every single day. So I figured I kind of wanted to incorporate my own little, you know, kind of personality into this look. As much as possible. So yes, this is what I came up with. I hope you guys love it. I know I love wearing it. I got a ton of compliments wearing it. So yeah, this is also something we use a lot of, like purples and pinks, and so a lot of those colors are those types of colors that it doesn't matter what skin tone you have or what hair color or what eye color, it's gonna look good on all of you. It's really easy to accomplish, so that's always a plus. I don't know why I'm like holding this. I'm talking and holding my mascara in my hand. I have no idea why. I'm telling you, everything that has gone possibly wrong. Like my camera died trying to film this today. My son woke up from his nap early, so you guys will see him a little bit in this video. He kind of makes a little bit of an appearance. But yeah, he woke up early when I was filming, so he was like sitting on the floor next to me when I was filming today. So everything that has gone wrong that could have gone wrong when I was filming today did. So yeah, I am so ready to like not be filming anymore and go just like wash my makeup off and edit this and relax on my couch. It's not even funny. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, it's got a lot of, you know, it's very glittery and girly, and I did use to, a lot of my clients have emailed me because you guys have been doing a lot of Morphe shopping, and I do have my own palette that I created. I have, you know, 3 Morphe palettes, and then I also have a blush palette from them as well. However, this Morphe palette right here, I've created myself, so I didn't want to incorporate this palette just because not all of my colors could possibly be the same in it. However, a lot of you have emailed me and told me that you have the 35N palette, so there are a few colors from this palette that I do use out of this today. I love Morphe. It's an amazing company. If you're looking for professional quality makeup at a very low, like drugstore price, Morphe is the way to go. Their brushes are amazing. The reason I love their makeup so much is because number one, it is so incredibly pigmented that if you put just a teeny tiny bit amount of the product onto your brush, it goes a long way. It's creamy and just love Morphe. So if you've ever thought about possibly purchasing anything from them, I definitely highly recommend it because everything that I bought from them, I don't regret any of it. It's all of it is amazing. And I have a blush palette too. I think I want to use that in a tutorial for you guys here pretty soon, just because, as I said, all of their products are so pigmented, but the blushes are like so pigmented. You have to like take your brush and just like dip it and be done with it, because I remember when I first got my palette, I like swirled my brush in it and I like put it on my skin and I was like, oh my god, it was so intense. So anyways, yes, I, you know, wanted to incorporate that palette into this look today just so you guys can see that just because it's a 35 neutral palette doesn't mean you can't come up with something that's colorful and fun. And yeah, so I think that's all I have to talk about to you guys today. I really hope you enjoy this video. I hope it kind of, you know, fulfills that request on a fun girls' night out makeup look, and that you guys enjoy wearing this as much as I do. And that is it. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I love, love, love you all, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye, guys. Okay, guys, so as always, my first eye is already finished and my second eye is already primed with MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20. After you have that done, you are going to use a piece of Scotch tape, and before you apply this to your eye area, you want to place it on the back of your hand and pull it off a couple times just so it's not too harsh when you pull it off of your eye area when you're finished. Then you want to place the tape from the end of your bottom lash line and angle it towards the tail of your brow. You can angle this however you want, just make sure it is the same on both sides, otherwise when you pull it off it is going to look a little bit cray. The first shade that we are going to use today is Copperplate. This is a really pretty cool tone gray shade, and it works perfect as a blending color for this look. I'm using this on a 224 brush from MAC, and I am just dusting this in windshield wiper motions all along that upper crease area. Once you have most of that product off of your brush, you do want to pull it into the very inner corner of your eye just to give this eye a very rounded out smoky effect. Then we are going to be using our very first shadow from our Morphe palette. This is a beautiful deep gray color, and this is going to give this eye a little bit more dimension. I am using this on a 266 brush from MAC, and I am placing this shadow a little lower and as deep as possible in that crease. Don't worry if you get some of this shadow on your lid, because within the next few steps that we do, it'll completely cover it up anyways. And again, I am only using the windshield wiper motions, and as that product gets off of my brush, I am pulling it to the inner part of my eye. Then we are going to go in with a cream base by MAC in the shade Breaking Ground. This is just a light tone purple, so anything that you have is going to work. And we are going to place this all the way from the inner corner to almost the very outer corner where it meets those blending shades. Doing this is going to really help intensify your lid area. Then I am using the Dynamic Duo 3 eyeshadow palette by MAC, and I am going in with this really pretty silvery purple color. This shadow reminds me a lot of the Shadow Satin Taupe by MAC. So if you have that shadow, it will work just fine. And I am using this on a 242 brush, and I am packing this all over my lid everywhere that I place that cream color base. And I am going over this a few times just to really make sure this shadow is placed very evenly everywhere. After that, I am going in with this gorgeous purple shadow from my Morphe palette on a 217 goat hair blending brush, and I am really focusing on keeping the shadow very tight in my crease and not bringing it any higher than that crease area. This is really going to give that crease a gorgeous pop of color and help give a seamless transition from the lid area to the crease. After that, I am going in with Too Faced Shadow Insurance Glitter Glue, and I am working with this one eye at a time. And I have not found any brush that I like applying this better with than my finger. So I am patting this as evenly as possible from the inner corner all the way directly on top of our lid color out to where it meets that outer corner shadow. After that, I am going in with a pressed pigment by MAC in the shade Black Grape, and again, I am using my finger because I have not found anything that I like to use better for like glitters or pressed pigments or anything like that. And I am placing this all over top of that glitter glue that we just used, and as you can see, this takes the eye to an entirely new level. This is by far my favorite pressed pigment of life. I love it so much. Then I did pick up that Go Hair brush again and just blend everything out. And last but not least, we are going in with the last shadow for our lid, and as you can see, I am only placing this shadow on the very outside corner of my eye. This color is very similar to the shade Shadowy Lady by MAC, and you really want to give this outer corner a lot of depth and dimension, and that is exactly what this shadow is going to do. I am making sure that I do not cover up any of that purple shadow that we laid down, so I am applying this in a V-shaped motion from my lash line and keeping it as low as possible in that crease area. After that, I did very gently pull off that tape and clean up my under eye area, and then I applied my lashes. I did talk about these lashes in my drugstore favorites, and I will list them below. I then went in and tight lined my waterline with a black kohl liner by NYX, and now I am going in and I am doing my foundation. As always, I am using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I am buffing this all over my face using my F80 Flat Top Kabuki brush. Next, I am going in and I am doing my conceal and highlight, and today I am using an even mixture of an NC25 and an NW20. I did not want to look too cool tone or too warm tone for this look, so that is why I mixed the two together. After I have that applied everywhere that I want it, I do blend everything out with a damp beauty blender. And then I just use everything that is left on my beauty blender, and I do the center of my forehead, right above the arch of my eyebrows, down the center of my nose, my chin, and my cupid's bow, and then I just go over my cheekbone area one more time. After that, I am going to set everything, and I am going to use a 1/16 brush by MAC Cosmetics, and I am using an even mixture of the Anastasia Banana Powder and MAC's Pro Emphasize Powder. Once I had that finished, as usual, I did go in and do my brows. I have had a ton of requests for an updated brow tutorial, so keep your eyes out for that. Now I am doing my brow bone highlight. I am using the shadow Shroom by MAC on a number 230 goat hair brush. Then it is time to blend yet again. That is exactly what I'm doing here, and that is the very first blending brush that we used. After that, it is time for your under eye area. So the first thing that I did is I went in and I used that same Black Kohl eyeliner by NYX and I lined my waterline with it. I then went in with any precision brush and I used that very, very last color that we used on our eyes, and I pushed that shadow against my lash line as much as possible, and I just blended back and forth, back and forth. Now on any pencil brush that you have, I'm using that very first purple shadow that we used and I am buffing that all out. After that, I did go in and do my inner corner highlight, and I used the shade Crystal Avalanche by MAC. Once I have that done, I am going in with the blush in the shade Blunt for my contour. This has been my absolute favorite thing to contour with lately. Any of you who are just learning how to contour, this is a perfect option for you. Just because it's a blush, it blends out so effortlessly, and this is perfect to not look too dirty or too muddy. I am applying this in a diagonal motion from my temples down to the corners of my lips, and I am stopping it right underneath my eyebrow arch and also on the sides of my forehead and nose. And like I always say, if contouring the sides of your nose is not for you, then this is definitely not a step that you have to do. This is just a personal preference, and I always contour the sides of my nose. After that, I am doing my blush, and I am using the shade Floral Power by MAC on a 168 goat hair brush, and I didn't want to go too cool toned just because our lips are going to be a really pretty pale pink, and this blush matched it perfectly. Now it is time for our highlight, and oh my god, I'm not using my Becca tear. It seriously makes me want to cry. But this is a beautiful alternative. I wanted my highlight to tie in with my lips and my blush, so today I'm using the shade Center of Attention by MAC because it's a gorgeous iridescent pink tone highlight, and I am applying this in all my normal places, the peaks of my cheekbones, right above the arch of my eyebrow, down the center of my nose, my forehead, my cupid's bow, basically everywhere, because you know this girl loves her some highlight, so yes. Now it is time for all of the finishing touches. I feel like this lip is what pulls everything together. So I am using the lipstick in the shade Girl Next Door by MAC, and then I am using a Butter Gloss by NYX in the shade Eclair. And this, like I said, it just pulls everything together. And I love, this is more of a lip that I normally wear. Like I said, I do a very bold lip in most of my videos. However, this is definitely more me. Then I am going to apply a coat of mascara on my bottom lashes and set everything with my NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. And then after that, your look is a wrap. I hope this look is everything that you guys were hoping to see, and I hope that you have a blast wearing it and have a great girls' night out. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.